New Zealanders look after a pregnant woman is very different. We have a list of restricted food that you're not supposed to have because of this and that, whatever reasons.
It's a Chinese culture.
And New Zealand, they probably don't care what you eat, as long as you're not drinking and smoking and drunk during the pregnancy, right? So it's a huge difference. And in summertime, you just feel so hot that you want to have ice cream.
Yes.
And you will definitely going to get some aunties come and tell you that you're not allowed to have ice cream. You're going to freeze your baby.
Yes.
You know, like, that doesn't make sense.
Even in New Zealand.
Even in New Zealand, you still got a lot of Chinese aunties.
Yeah.
So they'll come and say that.
Yeah.
And they...
Thank you so much for coming back, Eva.
No, thank you.
So last time we talked a lot.
Yeah.
From as really, that was the first podcast to celebrate your achievement and like what you have done.
Yeah, thank you.
Through the years, and today we're going to change a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to talk about parenting.
Okay.
Because I think it's a very important topic first.
Yeah.
Secondly, like if people don't know, you have 4 children.
Yes, and they all graduate this year on a different level.
So the oldest one is how old is she?
She will be 20 in
oh my God.
next month.
Oh my God, 20.
Yeah.
And the youngest one?
11.
Oh wow. The oldest one is 20 and the youngest one is 11. They are born in New Zealand.
Yes.
And they're also raised in New Zealand.
Yes.
They're
Educated
in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So they are like second generation of Taiwanese New Zealand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's why I think, like if we're going to talk about parenting.
Yeah.
Who else is going to be more qualified than you?
Oh, and especially I was stay-home mom for the first 5 years too.
Yeah. But you also 1.5 yourself.
Yes.
Like actually you qualify to say you're 1.5.
I am, yeah.
And then we're doing intercultural workshop together.
Yes.
And then also because, like it's one of the hottest topics that, like there's been a lot more Asian 1.5 second generation. So it would be really interesting to hear from your point of view, some of the challenges of being parents and parenting and barrier and issues that you have seen. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think from the day or even before the baby were born, there's already cultural conflicts.
Yes.
So how we carry our baby back in our own country, our own place, and how New Zealanders look after a pregnant woman is very different. We have a list of restricted food that you're not supposed to have because of this and that, whatever reasons.
It's a Chinese culture.
And New Zealand, they probably don't care what you eat, as long as you're not drinking and smoking and drunk during the pregnancy, right? So it's a huge difference. And in summertime, you just feel so hot that you want to have ice cream.
Yes.
And you will definitely going to get some aunties come and tell you that you're not allowed to have ice cream.
Yes.
You're going to freeze your baby.
Yes.
You know, like, that doesn't make sense.
Even in New Zealand.
Even in New Zealand, you still got a lot of Chinese aunties.
Yeah.
So they'll come and say that.
Yeah.
And then
sorry, I know exactly what you mean, because as a Chinese, we're not supposed to eat hot cold food. Hot food means that deep fries too much, and so that generate heat, but also means cold drink, cold water.
Yeah.
It's not good for you.
Yeah. And what else? So the pregnancy check is a different thing. It's so different from China, from Taiwan. I've never done my pregnancy check in Taiwan, but in China for a couple of times.
Yes, because your husband's from China, so you were there.
Yes, and it's very different.
Yes.
You got blood tests, you got all sort of tests, but in New Zealand, when you go and check with a midwife, unless it's necessary, they're not going to give you a list of things to check out.
Okay.
So it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Then the whole pregnancy in New Zealand is kind of relaxed. You wait for the stages to happen and you wait for the labor. I remember on the day of Emery, my
Yeah.
oldest, the labor,
Yeah.
was actually in the blood test center and started to have this contraction.
Yes.
And I was there, I was like, "Oh, I think I'm in labor, but how long do I have to wait for the blood test?" And the nurse was like, "This is crazy. You go home, you get ready, and you go to hospital."
I asked you to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get myself ready and go to the hospital. So I
Yeah.
was like, "Do I not need to do any blood tests?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're in labor. What are you talking?" So I went home. Then there's another differences between China's hospital and New Zealand is
Yeah.
that when you feel the construction, you can start going to the hospital and
Hospital.
wait there
Yeah.
in China.
Yeah.
But when you are in New Zealand,
Yeah.
they want you to wait until it's ready. So if you go there too early, you're gonna get sent home. So that's another different thing. Then we were there. Guess I was young then, so it was quick. It took me start to feel the pain from 7, then go to the hospital at 12, and baby was out 3:15.
Oh, wow.
So
You're
it's
very
like
lucky.
it was very fast.
Yes.
But when the time I remember because it will only take me about 15 minutes to
Yes.
have Emery out. And my wife,
Yeah.
who is a British woman, she was like, "You are one of the," because in China or Asian, it's so kind to scream. It's so painful. She told me that, "Shut up, Eva, you're the only one making such a loud noises here." Was that? But I was so painful.
You're not allowed to not make noises when you're in pain.
No, it was like, "Shut up, no one else is making such a big noise," and all that. And I was like, "What? Other woman doesn't scream?" But honestly, you don't hear any other scream from any other rooms.
Oh, really?
Yes. I was like, "What the?" Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so even that is different.
And no one's screaming.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
But
it's not encouraged even when you were in pain to.
it was so quiet. I'm the only one.
Okay. That is fascinating.
In my imagination, there would be
Yes.
women screaming one after another
Yeah.
because it's so painful.
Yes.
But not in the birthing place.
Oh,
It's like so
wow.
quiet. Then we were allowed to stay for a night
Yes.
because that was the first baby and I don't have my breast milk yet, so I was allowed to stay a couple of days until it slowly catch up and we're sure that baby's okay. And then the second one we were supposed to be discharged
Mm.
because this is the second one. Everything is good. All the figures are good. I
Mm.
just said to the midwife that I won't be able to rest because I've got Emery at home. She was tiny then.
Mm.
She said, "Okay, I'll tell the hospital that you can have a night in here, but you need to go tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay." Arthur as a premature one.
Yes.
I remember it was like massive blood. And I
Yeah.
text my midwife. I saw the blood and I text
Yeah.
her and I was like, "I actually have like massive blood.
Yeah.
What do I do?"
Yeah.
And she said, "You need to go to the hospital." And I was like, "Do I have to do now? Can
Yeah.
I wait it for tomorrow? Because the 2 girls are
Yeah.
sleeping." And she was like, "You need to go now."
Yeah.
So pack up and go.
Yeah.
And while they do all the checks, they also give me some painkillers. So I was waiting and thinking that everyone looks very relaxed.
Yeah.
It's not like in a movie, there's
Yes.
monitors and everyone looks so tense. No, there's monitors and machines, but they all look very relaxed and discuss next to my sick bed. And the doctor said, "You're not worried." And I was, "You guys don't look worried."
Yeah. Yeah.
And he goes, "Because we've been seeing babies and giving birth so many times across the year." And I was like, "This is my third baby, not the first time mom."
Yeah. How many months was that when
I think 3 weeks.
yeah, which is about 6
Yeah, 7 months.
yeah, 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 yeah. So it's yeah, and that's why the doctor asked you whether you worry or not.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, "But they don't look worried." I was told that we'll try to stop your blood.
Yeah.
We'll get you home.
Yeah.
And then you make sure you rest until the time's up. But then the second day it gets worse and start to feel the pain again. And I was talking to the nurse. They are so experienced in a way. I was
Mm.
talking to her and she saw me and she was like, "Think you need to get your midwife." So she went and get
Mm.
that midwife and I got checked and He said, "You're actually in labor."
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, "You say you're gonna stop the
Yeah.
bleeding and then send me home." And she was like, "Let's go to the birthing suite." So we
Oh
went,
wow.
and Arthur, because he's only 33 weeks, so he's
Mm,
tiny. It's like
mm,
only 5 to 10 minutes, he's out. It was so quick, so I wasn't allowed to use any painkiller. It was so
mm,
painful. It was that
mm,
I remember it was during one of the push that it
mm.
was so painful. I grabbed Ellen and I like grabbed him because it was
Yeah,
so, and I was not allowed to scream. So I was
yeah,
grabbing him
yeah,
and Arthur's out. And
yeah,
after all
yeah.
that, Sarah, my midwife, said that I thought you were grabbing him and you were going to bite him.
Probably you wanted to do that.
It's too painful to think about
Yeah,
that time. But
yeah.
she said she actually saw someone did that
Oh yeah.
because
Ouch.
it's so painful, and
Yeah.
the mom is just out of,
In pain.
yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
and that's Arthur, and because he's a premature one, we were in Auckland Hospital for 2 nights,
Mm,
and we were transferred to Waikato. And you know how different the differences is that in China we're supposed to stay with our baby
yeah,
for the first month,
that's right.
but because we were in the hospital,
Yeah.
they were planning to send me home and come and visit every day. And I said, "Oh, well, but in our culture, I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to leave him alone,
Yeah.
especially he's a premature."
Yeah.
So I actually got a room and stayed there for about 10 days
Yeah.
until every numbers are stabilized and
Yeah.
he's okay to go home. So I
Yeah.
think the thing is that the hospital people, the
Mm,
people in the system, they wouldn't understand
mm,
the culture, the spiritual
mm,
needs,
mm.
and as long as they can accommodate you, they wouldn't say no.
Okay. Yeah, because for as you point out as well, for many Asians, women they also need to be in confinement. Beside, like so you're not allowed to shower, wash your
Yeah,
hair,
yeah.
and eat any food that is going to diminish your body. You're
Mm,
supposed to have really I don't know whether the nutritious of the food, but certain food to help to regenerate your body temperature as well and rejuvenate your body blood
yeah, yeah,
flow and all that.
yeah, yeah.
And but like what you say, one of the thing is when the baby is premature, for our culture is to be with the baby
Mm,
for the period of time, even if you were in a hospital,
yes.
which is you are asked to go home.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was so worried at the time. Do I tell them? Do I not tell them? Because I kind of feel like I need to tell them.
Yes.
And if in that case they still says no,
Yeah.
then that's the rule of the hospital. But if I ask,
Yeah.
maybe they'll see the needs.
Exactly.
And so I did. And like I said, we're not allowed to shower for a month.
Yeah.
So when I didn't shower for the second or third day, the nurse came and said, "Are you not gonna go and get the shower?" And I was like, "I'm not supposed to." And
Yeah.
she goes, "There's aircon everywhere. So you go and get shower, you go and get your hair dry. It's not gonna be any germ or anything." And I was like, "Okay." So I went and take shower, and then but I try not to take shower every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
The nurse is just so funny. She came and said, "Are you not taking shower again?" And I was like, "Did yesterday."
Yeah.
And she said, "What about today?"
Yeah, because our custom is that by having a shower, what that means because your body is still went through some shock that is vulnerable, and so having shower a wind
Mm.
is going to get into your system, and then when you get older, you're going to have arthritis and some other
Yeah, yeah,
issues,
yeah,
and
migrants.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But the nurse is so funny. It's just like, "I don't want to push you, but how many days haven't you got showered?"
So they're still quite respectful about your wishes. They're not pushing
Yes,
it,
yes.
but they at the same time kind of encourage you to please have a shower.
The nurse, because were in this room separate from other premature babies,
Yeah,
but she was very respectful in a way, for
yeah,
hygiene reason.
yeah, yeah.
I need to check with you. Have you got a shower?
But Eva, I mean, is it easier, better, or difficult? Because like if you back at home, after you give birth, then there will be your mom and other people
Mm,
surrounding you and help you to look after the baby. So you have that we call 作业,
yeah.
means that, like a confinement where you'll be having food delivered to you. You just need to make sure that, like you well rested.
Yeah.
And then the baby are being looked after by all the aunties and family members.
Yeah.
But
Well, the concept is good,
yes,
but the reality is that's not going to happen.
in New
Because
Zealand or even back.
I've never done one in Taiwan, so I don't know
Yeah.
how that
Okay.
works. When they still have every now and then, of
Yeah.
course, rest is the most important, and the baby is not in the room, and then sent to the room every now and then. And so they probably will have better rest. But in here, it's not. It's not how we think.
Mm,
When was the first one?
mm,
It's like I don't know when she wake up. I don't know when she need to change nappies. I don't know when to do what.
mm,
So even though we're in the same room,
mm.
I just don't know. For the first
Exactly.
week, I'm
Yeah.
totally lost.
Yeah.
And everyone said you get some sleep when she sleeps. I know that,
Yeah.
but when she gets sleep, when
Yeah.
I after changing all that and lie down, she wake up.
Yeah.
So
You don't have rest.
yeah, the good thing is that I don't have to worry about the cookings and everything else. We are in the room ourselves whole day,
Mm,
so it's if you feel pretty isolated.
mm,
I don't know. Other people likes to visit during the time, but I rather not to have people visiting
mm,
because
mm,
then other than look after this one, I have to have the manakitana to
mm,
host
mm,
whoever comes.
mm.
And at the time, I really don't have energy for that.
Oh, I bet because yeah, you're also first time mom, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of things still learning to even understand
Yeah.
what you should do. And
Get my
then
hair around it.
yeah, and they get hungry every couple of hours.
Yeah, and the thing is that you got your mom because I'm from Taiwan, he's from Shanghai, so our custom is very different. So
Mm,
that how we do it and how Shanghai people do it is very different. So those two moms at that level, they have
mm,
their own conflicts.
mm.
And of course, because I'm from Taiwan, so I would prefer to have Taiwanese
Of
diet
course,
because this is how I used to.
of course.
And so there's a conflicts there too.
Yeah.
And you just feel like, do I really need
Oh,
this?
yeah.
If you have a special business building for that need, I
Mm.
think it's good, but I don't think New Zealand have this kind of service yet.
No, yeah.
And also we don't have that population to support this
Yeah.
sort of service.
Oh, true. Because back in Malaysia, we also have like you can hire someone to help
Hmm.
for that whole month. So the
Yeah.
person will stay with you. I forget about that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
作业在夜少, so they can cook for you, look after
Yeah.
baby, teach you things, and you pay for them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But and here it's so different, and then it's less likely to happen is
Mm,
because even the same family, they're probably from different place.
mm,
月嫂 is probably from the third place.
yes,
So whose tradition comes first?
yes.
And everyone thinks differently,
That's right.
and it's just gonna add another layer to the
Yes,
new mom.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that became more complicated.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh,
So
wow.
coming down to Claudia, because the second one is easier to manage and easier to understand what they need, which is okay. And
Mm,
having so when I was in Taiwan in October this
mm.
year, mom was saying that I remember your Facebook post. You used to do a lot of bakings and share the post. What happened with all the baking? And I was like, Mom, that's about like what 15 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that too. I saw the post. Yes, you did a lot of baking with your children.
Because when Emery and Claudia were little, it's fun to have to bake whatever cake or
Yeah.
bread or whatever was them was like our mom and daughter time. But
Mm,
then as everyone grows, you just get busier. No one has time to do that. And then, but I really enjoy those 2 years home with them.
mm.
As that it's nobody's business. I
Yeah.
don't care what happened outside. What's the world like, or
Yeah.
what's the business like, what's the income like? It's not my business. I'm just like Emery wakes up at 9, Claudia wakes up at 9:30, so I need to make sure Emery got fed before
Mm.
that. And then Claudia wakes up and all the routines. How do I manage to cope with this too?
Because between your second child and the third child, what is the age gap?
5,
Yeah.
because we always plan to have 4.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow. So
just
that's,
like, yeah, it was always planned to have.
wow.
So when in bed, our GP said that you need to have the kids age within 2 years time
Yes.
frame.
Yeah.
So I do have Emery and Claudia within 20 months.
Yeah.
But then I think, oh, but if I'm gonna have, because I can see how chaotic that
Yeah.
was Emery and Claudia at the same
Yeah.
time. So I thought, I might want to space out a bit.
Yes.
When Emery and Claudia goes to primary school,
Yeah.
they're more independent. Then I'll start 3 and
Yes.
4, and that's why they have this 5 years gap.
Wow. I mean, I still think it's amazing the fact that you work, like full time pretty much doing all the community work and then
Yeah,
still have 4 children. At one stage, we both know we were working at the same
yeah,
time and
yeah,
then you
yeah,
carry Marcus around and
yeah.
everybody thought we were couple. And then
I know.
you put Marcus on the table and let
Yeah,
him sleep and then,
yeah. And
yeah.
he woke up and looking at us and
He
go
will
back
be
to
very
sleep again.
quiet as well. Like he's
Yeah,
such a good baby.
yeah. One of the good babies that I have.
Yeah,
Arthur is more high need,
yeah,
and Marcus is very settled.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
very different.
yeah,
But also because I'm more experienced,
yeah,
within that time, then I also find out the differences between boys and girls.
yeah.
Even now, the boys and the girls are still very different thing. But it is a long learning journey that
Yes.
you slowly see the differences. I'm not saying that I have patience for all of them,
No.
but I can see the differences and try to cope as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I think when Arthur was born,
Yes.
I realized that I've been away.
Arthur is the
Third,
third one. Okay. Sorry.
I realized that
Yeah.
there's a big gap
Yeah.
between the real world
Yeah.
and my world.
Yeah.
So when I start pregnancy with Marcus, I started thinking about what I'm gonna do now.
Mm.
It's impossible to have a job with 4 little ones.
Mm.
It's not possible to work for my mom at the
Mm.
time
Mm.
because her business is intensive,
Mm.
and I don't see how
Mm.
to find a job in New Zealand at the time because I've been away from the society for more than 5 years. And that's when I kind of feel like it's always
Mm.
there's a sign and then I do things following the sign and then things happens.
Mm.
So there was the time that when QQ was very popular
That's
and you
right.
have all different moms groups and everyone asks different things. But then I realized there's the same theme there
Mm.
as how do I deal with my kids?
Mm.
How do I deal with my kids in between New Zealand culture and Chinese culture? How do I find a kindergarten that actually works for my needs
Mm.
and what does that,
Mm.
because some kindy doesn't have lunch and they were like, how can I not have lunch? I should be prepared. So all those different understandings and gaps.
Why they don't have lunch? Sorry, I didn't even why didn't they have lunch?
It was various reasons.
Yeah.
Some kindy don't have lunch because you pay cheaper, right? Some kindy don't
Uh,
have lunch because kids has allergies for many different
sure.
things, so they
Yeah.
rather the parents
Ah, I see.
prepare that.
I see.
And it's not a massive number of students. It's not like back in Asia, you have a massive 100, 200.
Yes.
So they can easily hire someone to do it. You only have like 10, 20.
Mm.
Then you need to hire someone to do this work. Probably too expensive as well. That's another culture shock. And that's when we were talking about well-being trust. We were thinking, how do we support? 'Cause I remember we were doing the disability information.
That's right.
And that's the same thing for different people, but the same thing as that the service is there,
Mm.
the information is there, but
Mm.
no one knew about it.
Mm.
So I thought that's just perfect. So
Yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah.
And so then slowly from talking to the mom, because we all do breastfeeding. Everyone wakes up at every different hours. Could be 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, somewhere around the time. Then having this online chatting platform was more than 100 moms there. There's always someone online. So the most common conversation I saw is that, gosh, this is the third, fourth times my baby woke up today, and my husband is snoring right next to me.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, oh, same here.
Yeah. So there's not much help from most of the husbands, but
Mm.
because of, like how the structures of patriarchal society where women kind of still have to do everything
Yeah,
despite,
yeah,
give,
yeah. And
yeah.
when I was young,
Yeah.
my mom said that my dad only realized he's a father when my brother was born, which is a third baby of the family. Only then, I was 6 already. Only then my father realized he's a father.
Oh my God, really?
That's what my mom said, and I was like, "What the rubbish! You wouldn't know you're a father after the baby was born." But look at Ellen.
Yeah.
He didn't realize he's a dad
Yeah.
until, well, he quit smoking after Emery was born because he was
Yes.
there watching Emery birth. But he didn't realize, or he didn't take the responsibility for as a father
Yeah.
until Marcus was born. So I'm not saying that he hasn't changed a diaper or whatever, but you never see him wake up for the baby if I don't ask for it.
Yeah.
And let alone the in-laws, they're in a different room, they won't
Yes.
do that.
Yeah.
So
But how do you cope? Because I understand for infants, they need to be fed every 2 hours
yeah.
at least. So you don't really have full sleep.
No, you don't. You don't have full sleep until 6 to 9 months old. And when I say full sleep, I'm talking about 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
That's full sleep for us, and not 8 hours,
I
4
know.
hours.
Don't you feel exhausted?
You feel grumpy, you feel exhausted, and their moms feel hopeless.
For any Asian parents, you are a man, help your wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wake up during the night.
Yeah.
I know everyone said breastfeeding is the best,
Yeah.
but between breastfeeding and a healthy mom, if you have to pick, the mom
Mom is more
is more
important.
important. Because
Agree.
when mom is not happy or when mom's system goes down,
Yes.
they reduce the breast milk too.
Yeah.
So nothing go well.
Yeah.
Um,
And also, it's not healthy as well because I know a lot of Asians, a female might not able to produce sufficient milk, and so they feel guilty, like they didn't do a good job, like it was their fault, and carry that guilt as well.
But how do you really have the, well, I'm chubby myself, so I have enough fat in my system to produce the milk, but a lot of
You're not Chinese, but not at all. Like for 4 kids, and
yeah,
you
but
look
a
you
lot
look
of
amazing.
a lot of Asian women, they're very fat. They probably don't have enough fat in their system, or maybe because of lack of sleep. You know,
Yes.
there were times that, because my father-in-law passed away before Marcus was born, so there are times that your body just don't produce anything because of the sadness or everything, and so before Marcus was born, between Marcus and Arthur, I actually had one miscarriage, and my GP
Yeah,
said,
sorry to hear that. I don't think I know it.
no, it was an accident, and I was so sad,
Oh, wow.
and went and see my GP, and he
Yeah.
said that, well, actually, when people talk about postnatal depression,
Yeah.
3 years after the baby was born or lost the baby, the potential of having postnatal depression. I didn't know that. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I was really down, really sad, I was like, is that me, or is that
Yes. I
the
hear you.
postnatal depression? I remember for the first, because when Emery and Claudia was little, I have all time with them.
Yeah.
So when they nap, I nap with them. When they play, I might just, this thing that you get a lot of elders, aunties, uncles, in-laws, mom and dads also come to the house and looking at the mom lying on the sofa like going almost falling to sleep while the babies play just right beside them. They will start to say the house is dirty and blah and blah and blah. But at that very time when they blame the mom being lazy, actually it's exhausted. I mean, the only energy I can do is sit there and watching them without falling into
Exactly.
sleep.
Yeah.
But not everyone understands that.
Yeah.
So that's why later down the track, when I'm doing the parenting, I have a lot of empathy to the parents,
Absolutely.
especially for single moms, because there's no help. And
Yeah.
there's
It's the
time.
hardest job in the world.
And then it's not only the worst part is not losing your job. The worst part is you could lose your baby anytime.
Exactly.
I remember when
What a big responsibility as
it
well.
is
Yeah.
for age like that.
Yeah.
Emery and Claudia were in kindy and they only go half day. So I
Yeah.
have a half morning rest. And they come back and we start to get busy. They were playing beside the bed. I just fall asleep. Like wake up 10 minutes later. I was like, oh my God, I fall asleep. And Emery said, we thought you were dead.
Because you were just sound asleep.
Because
Yeah.
1 second I was talking to them. And next minute, they couldn't even wake me up.
Yeah.
She was like, we thought you were dead.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
I'm just so tired. What have you
Yeah.
done in the past, 10 minutes? And then, no, we just, that's the difference between boys and girls. But we just, sitting next to him playing with our dolls and hoping that you'll come back alive again. Another occasion, age, when Mark Arthur was about that age, between the living room to the kitchen, which is about 2 minutes walk. I went to the kitchen. I can't remember what I was doing. Then I heard this huge noise.
Yeah.
And I rushed into the living room. The whole TV cabinet is falling apart. And Arthur was bleeding on top of his forehead. And I was so angry. I was like, why won't you walk into the kitchen? There's two of you. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
And Rory goes, it was so quick.
Yeah. They are so quick. Exactly.
There's a difference between boys and girls.
Yeah.
The girls that you're not around, they'll be quiet. The boys, they never stop.
Yeah.
So
And they're quick.
Oh, very. So I was glad.
Yeah.
And then we were like, I don't know what to say. He was
Oh my
crying.
God,
And
yes.
I feel so sorry. But they do all sort of risky things. With the sofa, girls will know they will walk inside the sofa. The boys want to walk at the edge of the sofa and fall over, have his back head hit
Oh my
the
God.
coffee table
Yeah.
and got a big bruise.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, my baby's going to die.
So they're more likely to take risk and kind of don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they forgot the next second.
Oh my God. How do you even survive when you think about that? No wonder community work looks like a piece of cake.
Because one thing my dad said, if work 120% of your capacity, 100% workload becomes easy to you.
Yes.
I suppose I was like 150 for that almost 10 years time frame.
Yeah.
Community work is like I still drop ball from time to time, but
Yeah.
it's not like unmanageable.
Yeah. But I still want to take my hat off and say, like seeing as a close friends, and I know it's hard, but even now hearing it, I was like, wow, that is incredible challenging, because it's not just not a week, it's like day in, day out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have to drop them off, take them to school, prepare their lunch, take them to different activities while still looking after the
little ones.
Start with their school issues.
Yeah. I think the most challenging.
Did you feel proud of yourself when you look back? Like, wow, I did all that.
I am looking at Emery.
Yeah.
She's almost 20. She can drive. She's got full license.
Well-rounded young lady, amazing girl.
And I was like, that's my masterpiece.
Yes.
And look at Claudia, the rebellious one.
But she still do very well at school, performing.
That was like, this is my creative piece. And those two little ones, we don't know what they're going to be.
Yeah, but again, I don't even know how to look after myself half of my life. I had to look after four.
No, what was this two? Was this four? I actually think that with the work I do in the community, I know some of them sounds like big or whatever,
Mm,
but if if people ask me,
mm.
I always think that the best work of my life is this four. They're very interesting to work with, very challenging to work with.
Simple. They have their own mind, what they want to do.
Yeah, so
Yes.
when you look at them, you feel like nothing can be worse than that.
Yeah. If you can get over that, you can get over everything or
Yeah.
anything.
Remember when Emery got bullied at primary, when Claudia got bullied at intermediate, remember how I call you and then
Yeah.
how do I get the school to respond?
Not even there when the school has people, students who take their own life and how
Yeah,
it impacted them and
yeah,
friends. Yeah.
yeah. So because there's a lot of things piling up,
Mm,
and I always think that my kids as this is the wrong side of parents. Probably many parents will think that. As I always think that my kids were born here.
mm,
They are educated here. They got
mm,
good English. They understand the system.
mm,
There's no way they get bullied.
mm,
But actually it is.
mm.
When I think, what was the word? 道高一尺，魔高一丈.
Yeah.
When we think we're good enough, there's always someone better.
Yeah.
So when I thought I know how to get,
Navigate the system, negotiate and all that.
there's people even know better how to manipulate it.
Mm,
So
mm.
I would still tell people about Claudia's intermediate experience, how we loop in Lincoln to help.
Yes. Yeah. Because the school didn't respond to the
Oh
bullying
yeah.
issues
No,
and then they push it down like nothing happened.
no, and they just
Yeah.
dismiss you.
Yeah.
I remember that very.
Can I just and also the other things, like sometimes racism play part of it as well, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
You remember when we talked, it's a sad day for the whole country, the March 15th,
Yes.
and the same day happened for Claudia. That's why I remember that all the time.
Ah,
And we sit down and have a good talk. And Claudia said that she wanted to deal with that herself.
mm,
And I was like, okay, you're a big girl. I'm sure you can.
yeah.
But if not, I'm more than happy to go to the school
Yeah.
anytime. 3 months later, she jumped in the car and she's like completely melted down,
Ah,
just crying out loud. I mean, she does that.
yeah.
She's our drama queen, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't to let that
But
see.
but yet she willing to try it out herself
Mm.
and see whether she can resolve the issues.
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So then the second day I went to school, I went outside of the class, I wanted to talk to the teacher, and teachers just said, you can't just come in. You have to email me, make appointment with me. You need to go home and send the email. And I was like, oh, I've sent you the email 3 months ago.
Mm.
None of you bother to reply.
And also because she's melt down in front of you and then jump up because I know she's quite a proud and pride girl. She
Yeah.
doesn't like to show vulnerability
Exactly.
and for her to get to that stage is like
You know
must be
this.
hard.
You know that you need to step in.
Yeah.
So I went home. Back then, we didn't have ChatGPT yet.
Mm.
So I write a very long letter listing out all the dates and including all the teachers, schools, principals, deputy principal, whoever I know in the email. They must have trouble understanding that email because I was very angry. There's no response to it.
Wow. No one even say, oh,
Got
please
the
can you come
letter.
in and
No.
have a chat?
No, that's where we
Yeah.
call
Yeah.
Lincoln. I was
Yeah.
like, I've got an Asian girl who's got bullied by a Pakia girl story. Do you want to?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was like, "Is that your daughter?"
Yeah.
Yes, it's my daughter.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Within 2 hours,
Yeah.
I got an email from school,
Yeah.
and then
They immediately say,
we're gonna sort this out. So in the afternoon, all the girls sitting in the same room, everyone apologized to everyone else, and I joined the meeting without the girls. The next day was the teachers and the deputy, and the deputy say, I've got a good news to you. Everyone says, apologize. They know what they done is wrong and this is not going to happen. And I was like, because Claudia went home and said, this is so weird. We got called to the office and the bully person, being her, she's crying and sorry. And I was like, do you think she genuinely being sorry? And she's like, she really doesn't even know which part she should be sorry for. So that's what I carry when I go and see the deputy principal. I was like, do they really know what they're sorry for? And then this is New Zealand system. I guess as not only the school, every system, when they see migrants, they throw big English words at you. He was like, we're not here to punish any kids. We're here for the children's well-being. And I was like, bullshit.
What that mean?
What about my daughter's well-being? But I did a very bitchy thing. It was like, what a coincidence that my organization is called Wellbeing Children Trust. It's so aligned with me. So what are you planning to do? And he was like, okay. So everyone apologized and blah, blah. And I said, do they really know what?
Exactly.
Exactly they did? How?
It's a very good question. If they don't even know what they're apologizing for, why they apologize for?
For the sake of apologize so they can close the case.
Yeah.
So, and thanks to Jerry, I was like, I'll also call him and say, why do I need to talk to the school principal so he knows that I know my shit? So, and Jerry did teach me something. And I said, I want to see your action plans. And then the deputy still trying to dodge the question is that, only the principal does the
Action
plan. And I was like, it's okay. He can email me after that. Not a problem. I want to see your action plan. I want to see how you implement it. I want to see how it works. Because you can see from people's body language when we first talk, his whole body language is leaning forward to me. But after we start talk, after I start to throw all the things back to him, he start to sit backwards and then like sitting at the corner of the sofa and trying to keep as far away from me as possible. And then we still have our conversation, but he's not as pushed back as he was. Then I went home and tell Claudia, imagine I'm a new migrant.
Exactly.
And she goes, how are you going to deal with that? I say, I was actually at one stage wanting to call my Maori partners and say, can we have because we're going to have our komatua there and they're going to give them a big lesson before we start everything. I'm sure Anapeta will be able to give us some mihi for all this. That's where you get people really get serious on matters. If it's me, one single Asian tiny mom, tiny chubby mom, you just you just don't give.
I hear you because I know, like from my previous work, many Asian moms have expressed frustrations with their kids getting bullied as well, and not seeing any things change or help or support simply because they are Asian, or being called things that they were not supposed to, especially was extremely bad during COVID time. And also, like quite often they don't respond. They don't necessarily take it seriously. It could be because they're too busy or think, like kids is being kids. But there's a lot more than that, because being bullied is one thing. And then when you're being bullied by your race or ethnicity, that kind of make them feel they are not good enough as who they are. It's even worse. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
The whole bully thing really gets to me is that no adult is taking responsibility.
No.
They were saying that, outside of school hours, it's not our responsibility. And what happened if it's within school hours? We got teacher respond to it. But then the next day when the action plan out, it was supposed to be separated. A couple of weeks later, these two got put in the same group again. Claudia came home and said, we're in the same group. So
Wow.
I write a letter and say, what happened to the action plan?
Yeah.
So it's not like, I'm sure if this is a different ethnicity, the same mistake won't happen twice.
Yes.
But we as a parent, Asian parent, you just have to keep close look to it and make sure nothing is out of the line.
I recently helped a mom draft a letter to the school as well and pull out some of the legislations that speculate the school need to respond to the well-being of students.
Mm.
And she say, oh my God, as soon as they receive the email,
Mm.
their way of approaching the issue changed immediately
Yeah.
because they realized they're talking to someone who knew the law and
Yeah.
legislation and all that. She says she was quite shocked about how then the school changed, like the way the kids was being treated. And again, that highlight two big issues. It's not, like the seriousness of the issue is how much you know, how much you can play the game with the school and say, you're not going to take this seriously. I know how to get you to respond to me.
That's what I was very disappointed,
Yeah,
is that school is the least place I
yeah,
expect we have to pull the strings
I agree.
to have things done, because you have the whole system, whole structure in
Mm,
place. To everyone is talking about the safety of the student, the growth of the students, the well-being of the students, the development of the students. When they all talk at it, this is also why I hate the strategic plans, is
mm,
that everyone is saying that this is a high level thing and it's all
I
sound
hear you.
beautiful, but when it coming down, so you can't even deal with bully.
Yeah,
You can't even call this bully out. You can't even, as a mom, you can't even stop it.
yeah,
You have to watch it happen for three
same.
months time.
I understand what you mean. And even the kids, because the other kids was involved with, um, like another agents who monitoring the kid due to some complexity of the issues. So
Mm,
it's seen as these kids already have hard time, not so the school don't want to.
mm,
But it's not that. It's when the environment is not safe
mm,
and everybody don't feel safe enough to go to school. I can really understand how it felt like because I was severely bullied back in school
mm,
day when I was a kid.
mm,
The impact it had
mm,
is awful because I went to school every day scared.
mm,
I can't even concentrate on my study.
mm,
I was worried that I might get punched, bullied, kicked, or whatever because my father don't want to come to school and talk about how I was being bullied. So I have to so I hated school.
mm.
Never remember what I learned. I
Never
afraid of
want to remember.
and yeah, and so I understand the severity of because I was, like very weak in the sense of I was really small, very fair. People can say or can see that, like, oh, this boy is not straight. What don't know who or what he is, like, so tease me. And so I never felt good,
Mm,
like, and so I really understand when you are in an environment is not safe and that carry with me for the rest of my life
mm,
because I never felt safe in the
mm,
end.
mm,
So with my father's stuff. So I really want people to understand when a school is not safe for any kids,
mm.
it's never okay.
It is.
Yeah.
But the thing is that within our mentality, you know your children, or
Mm,
when you know your kids needs some help,
mm,
you need to talk to the teacher. You need to raise some concern to the teacher. There's always at least two voices within ourselves.
that's right.
Do we do this for
Mm,
the sake of our children? Or if we do this, are we going to further piss off the
mm,
authorities at school
that's
and
right.
put our children in a more vulnerable space?
That's right.
Because most of the school board
Yeah.
doesn't have Asian board
Mm,
member. And a lot of people think that I'm not going to run for the board because people will think that I'm after the position. But then it's really important to have an Asian representative on the board, because this very person, this very parents will be able to remind the rest of the school that we know what the system is. We can play along with your system. We can follow your system, but you need to also respect the differences from all
yeah.
children. This is what missing in the system. But I'm not talking about the policies and
No,
that's too far. I'm talking about day-to-day school life.
that's right. Yeah.
How do you make sure, like you say, every children is happy to go to school? I remember there's a period of time every morning Arthur came and said, I got sore tummy. And you were like, you don't want to go to school. What's the reason? Because the girls, they never have that problem. If I say to Claudia, you're sick, you're not going to school, she's going to throw a big tantrum for the rest of the day. But Arthur and Marcus, they continuously come and say, it's either sore tummy or cough to my face or
Yeah.
the ear is painful. That you don't know what happened, but they're
Yes.
finding reasons not to go to school. And I talked to my GP and he
Yeah.
thinks that's a sign of them not feeling comfortable. He said,
Yes.
I can't say it's fully, but at least
Yes.
they don't feel comfortable at school.
True.
Because children being children, why wouldn't you want to play amongst your peers,
True.
right? So I went to the teachers, talk about the situation, and realized that for some sensitive children like Arthur,
Yeah.
because they changed the timetable to fit with, try to make them used to the timetable so they can transit to intermediate later. But because the changing just came.
Yeah.
So Arthur constantly have to go and ask the teacher, what happened next? What happened next?
Sure.
And the teacher get a bit annoyed too. Timetable is there. We told you the changes. And I say, then I think Arthur need extra reminders. So we change the strategy. Honestly, you don't always get this good teacher.
No.
So the teacher said, hey, every day before school finishes, you'll go to Arthur and say, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. Every session starts, she's going to say, we used to do this, now we're going to do this. So for 2-3 weeks time, can slowly see the stress reduce from Arthur and he's back to that I'm going to school kind of kids. But you don't always have this teacher.
Exactly.
This very teacher, she's the one suggest me in saying that she's probably the first teacher in our school with hijabi. So not every parent at the time can accept that. We have no problem. Arthur loves her. And she's the first one say that, Mom, do you mind if I get a assessment for Arthur? He might need speech therapist. I can see that she's very carefully picking the words.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I have no problem.
Yeah.
And then we have a conversation with the speech therapist. We have a conversation with the teacher. And then she was surprised. She said that a lot of parents think that's racism. But I have no problem with that. And I said, because I know Arthur is always different. And
also, he born prematurely, so sometimes there might be some delay learning. It doesn't mean anything. It's just delaying in certain aspects. Just need some support. That's it.
And at the time Arthur was in primary school, I've already been working 5-6 years in the community with seeing all sort of kids. So any help is helpful.
Yeah. And he's creative, smart, fun, loving.
Coded.
Yeah.
So was okay with that. And I think at that year end, the very first COVID year, we have this lockdown thing. And honestly, when there's class at home, I don't know about any other parent, but I was like, can you guys leave me alone?
Oh, dear God.
You have kids using your laptop.
Yes.
Join online, and then as soon as the time's up, you kind of have 20-ish kids in your living room. Everyone try to talk. And that's not the worst part. The worst part is you have fathers in the mix and say, listen to my daughter. And I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, oh my God.
Because at the time, I remember they were asked to do some piece of artwork. I'm sure school gives us assignments as just for them to not feel like there's nothing else to do. So, and then amazingly, we have all sort of specialist fathers. We have a chef father who can do all the aircraft by the fruits. when the kids use paper cuts to make fish and everything. There's orange, there's apple as a fish or crab or whatever. So everyone showcased their work, and now I look so stupid.
Oh my God. So the parents trying to help the kids to finish homework.
Yeah, but the homework looks like
amazing
artwork for the exhibition. And our one looks like kindergarten.
Well, because that is the difference, the honesty that it's kind of.
I was like, you do whatever. For me, it's killing your time.
Yeah, exactly. You're learning. Exactly.
Good or bad. I mean,
doesn't matter.
Can't be worse than me anyway. So go ahead.
Yeah.
And then we have this presentation, the PowerPoint that I think at the age 7 or 8, I think for their age, being able to put pictures and some words alongside and make sense, I think that's enough. But then we have this presentation with animation.
Teacher any questions? Like
no, no, it was very funny. One of the fathers said, "Wait. I want you guys to see my daughter's work first."
The father jumped into the classes.
Yes, and I was like, "What the?" Okay, so what's the word? And then she was able to share the screen, and then the animations. You were like,
how old are they?
Yeah, year 2 and year 3
Oh my
crying out
God.
loud. I mean, I wouldn't have problem if they even got their spelling wrong.
Eva, do you know how many adult can? What I'm trying to say is, that kind of caliber is equivalent to someone like me working on content creations.
Yeah.
Children would never get to that stage.
And they didn't have to. They only what? Year 2 and 3.
Exactly. Yeah. Impossible.
Yeah.
For kids, like the hours you had to put in, even now with AI, is ridiculous.
So I know we are all stay
my
home. I know it
God.
was lockdown. Maybe the father has nothing else to do, so he's helping the children, which is good.
Yeah.
But
That's funny though.
yeah, make it to the right level. Are they Marcus?
That is called genius. If the kid's able to mitigate.
That was the medal. That was the national's resources to help this very kid.
Yeah.
But then Arthur and Marcus came back and said, "How do we make this?" And I was like, "Forget it. Not gonna happen in the house."
Exactly. It's good on you though. You didn't take it as a competition between parents. You step back and say, "I know this is not real. I'm not going to go there. That's silly."
Even myself.
Yeah.
I thought at one stage I'm social media queen, but not anymore. I thought myself very.
Yeah, I hear you.
For me, I still think that that's not possible. That's not going to happen. So what about those little ones?
Absolutely impossible. I can guarantee you.
I was like, what? And then, of course, the work from the kids are getting better and better.
Yeah.
And you can easily tell whether that's the pace of work from the parents or pace of work from the children. And then there were times, and Marcus was like, "Do we really have to go?" And I was like, just sit in front of the laptop for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. You don't have to do your work. Doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah. So towards that end of the year, I went to tell both of the teachers, if they have to repeat for the year, let them repeat. Because I know this year, none of us being any helpful.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy for them to repeat.
Yeah.
As long as they don't feel as a stress to go to school.
Yes.
And I think that's the thing happen nationwide.
Yeah.
So none of the kids gets repeat year and everyone move on. But that year is a very interesting thing that I remember myself complaining to the girls. When are you going to do the homework for your brothers?
However, I have to say that require a lot of wisdom from parents that came from Asian culture, because a lot of Asian parents will get so nervous about the result and the marks or whatever that you call it now, and will do whatever it takes to make sure that the kids still excel.
It's the top.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm going to share. That you're going to laugh at this. Arthur came home the other day when I picked him up. He said, "I got 50% of my math." And I was like, oh, good.
Yeah.
What's the full mark? 99%. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thinking if it's Emery or Claudia, they probably get 80 plus. But
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah. Incredible. Incredible.
Good.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, I think it's awesome. I passed. He was like, yes,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. It's true. It's the effort, isn't it?
Yeah,
You put it
yeah.
in past.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal. It doesn't going to, like I can't remember anything I learned about mathematics.
Oh, me too.
I do okay.
I'm okay too. So he went
Yeah.
home and tell Ellen,
Yeah.
I got 52 of my math.
Yeah.
And Ellen was like, what the hell is 52?
Yeah.
And he said, 52% meaning pass, meaning awesome work.
Oh, that's amazing.
He has that confidence in himself.
Yeah.
Ellen went, well, at least you should get a 70 or
Yeah.
80. 52 is good enough.
Yes.
And then at dinner time, Ellen tried to bring this conversation back again. It was like,
I love it.
I think 52 is good. Agree with you, but maybe next time, let's try get a better mark.
Yeah.
I think this is a wise father saying things, right?
Yeah.
Arthur went, I think 52 is awesome. 52 it is.
I agree.
They went to see grandma.
Yeah.
And grandma said the same thing like father said. And this one, what's wrong with 52?
Yeah.
I think it's incredible. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the end of the story.
And again, like you can have a kid who get 97 and then get upset because the two more marks would be 99.
And so he's very content.
Yeah, exactly. In the end, it picked him or herself out just because of that 2 marks and then never feel good enough.
Yeah.
But with a kid who's 52 and think I pass, that's enough for me. I know I put my hard work. I'm okay with that. That should be the attitude.
That should be, because he did, whether or not he really put effort in it, he got an average pass, right? And this coming week, pick him up again, he goes, I got 52 again on my math again.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, are you fixed on this 52? And he said, I think it's just awesome I get this mark.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
That is amazing. And actually, I have to say, it's not the mark that is count, it's the attitudes.
Yeah.
That shift, like the world. And because he has such an awesome attitude, it's not going to get upset, overwhelmed just because 2 marks going to become full mark.
No.
That's amazing.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
But when he go home, he changed his attitude. He said to Dad, I got 52 this time again. But some of my friends only get 10%.
Wow.
And I was like, you don't want to compare with anyone.
Yeah.
You just do you. Yeah. And Ellen said the same. But I think for him, it's just trying to, as all the children do, they try not to disappoint the parents. Yeah. But because we are very relaxed kind of parents.
Yes.
So,
for Asian.
Yes.
People need to understand for Asian, this is very rare.
So he kind of not really stressed out for that.
Yeah.
I remember, well, in saying that, I wasn't good at math anyway, myself.
Me too.
Wasn't good at math when I was back in Taiwan too. So wasn't too worried about that.
No. I'm not going to be an engineer. Ooh, okay.
Yeah. But I remember my parents got furious.
Yeah.
And when I first failed my math test, I got a tutor at home.
Yeah.
And no matter how hard she tried, I still don't get it.
Same.
And even up until my age now. No, even until now, when I am stressed out, how I know I'm stressed out for the time, that I would know because I had a nightmare of I'm going to have a math test tomorrow and I don't know what I'm doing. Then I wake up thinking that I must be very stressful recently.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You remember that you have that whole long paper and you don't know where to start, what to write?
I hated it. I hate mathematics. I'm way better than sociology, like that kind of social issue, whatever. I didn't even know I was good at until I came to New Zealand. So, but I know what you mean. And I want to acknowledge that because why we need to make kids responsible for their own study, but not to a detriment of their well-being that they have to be this perfect little kid.
Yeah,
And that is so stressful.
it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I always remember one thing Charlie said
Mm,
that New Zealand is such a place that fit for people like us,
mm,
is that we're not good at everything. We
mm,
know what we're good at and we're
mm.
comfortable to develop what we're good at.
Exactly.
And New Zealand has that room for this.
Mm,
And then I think one of my parenting style
mm,
was what was instrument by that
mm,
is that I see my kids
mm,
and knowing that they're not going to be good at everything.
mm,
But as long as they are good at one thing, or
mm,
as long as they are happy to put effort into one thing,
mm.
I'm okay with that.
And I tell you what, I